pants really didn't have much to do with the plot. I'm a little bit upset that the pants were the storyline. I see what you're saying.
Kinda.
I thought it was an interesting movie, a coming of age story that kept my attention enough.
They were tied into, the adventures of everyone. That's what really tied all the stories together, I feel like.
Even though they had been friends. And then Kyle's like, you idiot, it's a symbol that their friends are always with them.
First up, we've got Travis Kelce and his brother Jason roasting Blake Lively, Taylor Swift's bestie, on their podcast. Then, Kelce's BFF Eric Jones spills that Taylor's rocking merch from Travis's home line. Talk about family vibes. We'll also dive into the Mahomes family's final stance on Taylor and where Travis stands after some sports loyalty confusion at a Yankees game. Finally, Travis opens up about his insane life with Taylor, meeting Hollywood icons and still pinching himself. So much tea, you won't want to miss it. Kelce brothers roast Lively. Travis Kelce and his brother Jason brought their signature playful banter to their New Heights podcast when they dove into the world of chick flicks, specifically 2005's Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. The film, which stars Travis's girlfriend Taylor Swift's bestie Blake Lively, was the brothers' first movie pick for their newly introduced Movie Club segment, and of course, they didn't hold back on the teasing. The siblings, known for their football prowess, had a lot to say about the movie, especially about Blake Lively's character Bridget. Jason couldn't resist poking fun at Blake's running scenes. His playful jab had Travis cracking up, adding, "She has good endurance though. Running like that and to be talking? I'd be gassed and way worse at trying to spit my lines out." Clearly, the Kelce brothers didn't miss a beat when it came to blending humor with their observations. As much as they roasted Blake, the duo also gave credit where it was due. Travis praised Lively's wonderful performance, even admitting he might be a bit biased because she's his girlfriend's pal. Jason too acknowledged the strong acting and even got emotional during certain parts of the movie. "I teared up a little," he confessed, though he quickly clarified that no one else noticed. His playful roasting of the movie's plot didn't end there, though. He lamented the lack of screen time for the actual traveling pants before his wife stepped in to explain the deeper symbolism of friendship those jeans carried. The Kelce brothers' banter was as entertaining as ever, with Jason also joking about how they landed on such a movie in the first place. Ultimately, while they may have fun teasing Lively's athleticism and Bridget's emotional storyline, it's clear that the brothers had an unexpectedly good time watching Sisterhood. And who knows, this may not be the last we see of the Kelce Movie Club, though Travis did jokingly swear off letting fans pick the next film.
Pants really didn't have much to do with the plot. I'm a little bit upset that the pants were the storyline. I see what you're saying.
Kinda.
I thought it was an interesting movie, a coming of age story that kept my attention enough.
They were tied into, the adventures of everyone. That's what really tied all the stories together, I feel like.
Even though they had been friends. And then Kyle's like, "You idiot, it's a symbol that their friends are always with them." And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. When they didn't, and they were just a pair of like jeggings that fit everybody's shape, it was a little bit disappointing. Guess I kind of get the pants. I wanted the pants to be more of a major part of it. I wanted them to be like actually have magic in some way.
And everyone had just a specific thing that happened to them when they had them on.
It was like the first pair of pants that had like spandex in it or something like that in 2005.
The stretchy
And they were
ones.
like, wow, how do we all fit these jeans? It's called stretchy jeans. Get used to it, girls.
Taylor Swift wears Homebred. Eric Jones, best friend of Travis, shared his pride in gifting Taylor merchandise from his clothing brand, Homebred Legends, which was inspired by his close-knit friendships, particularly with Kelce. Homebred, launched about 10 years ago, reflects the ethos of neighborhood heroes and symbolizes loyalty and creativity. Jones, who has known Kelce since childhood, explained how the brand started from his desire to give his friends something to represent their roots. Growing up in Cleveland Heights, Jones moved to Nashville for college, later relocating to Kansas City, where Kelce has made his name as a star tight end. Kelce frequently sports Homebred's designs, showcasing his support for his friend's entrepreneurial journey. During a recent event, Kelce was spotted wearing a Homebred hat, further highlighting his endorsement of the brand. But the connection doesn't stop there. Taylor, now linked romantically to Kelce, also owns Homebred merchandise. Jones emphasized that being part of Kelce's inner circle means inclusion in the Homebred family, and gifting Swift was a natural extension of this bond. For Jones, it's an honor to share his creations with those he cares about. He sees his work as more than just fashion, it's a way to bring his friends together, influence others, and pay homage to their roots. Kelce's support, both by wearing Homebred and encouraging its growth, has been a key factor in the brand's success. Jones reflects on Kelce's unique ability to make everyone around him feel special, a trait instilled in him by his mother Donna. This humility and charisma that Kelce exudes is what makes him beloved by his fans and friends alike. Jones is driven to continue building his brand, explaining that Homebred represents creativity and flexibility. His passion for fashion stems from his need to express himself, and as he puts it, he couldn't stop if he wanted to. With Kelsey's continued support and the organic growth of Homebred among their circle of friends, Jones feels empowered to keep pushing forward, making his mark in the fashion world. Mahomes family supports Swift. Despite political differences between Taylor and Brittany Mahomes, the Mahomes family has chosen to stand by Swift. Earlier this year, tensions arose when Swift publicly endorsed Democratic candidate Kamala Harris for the 2024 presidential election, while Brittany was acknowledged by Donald Trump for her support of his campaign. Swift made her stance clear through an Instagram post following a presidential debate, emphasizing the importance of voting and combating misinformation. She openly expressed concerns over AI-generated content falsely linking her to Trump's campaign, reinforcing the need for transparency. Swift highlighted her decision to vote for Kamala Harris and running mate Tim Walz due to their advocacy for causes she deeply supports, such as bi rights, IVF, and women's rights. Encouraging her followers to do their research, Swift shared that her choice was made after thorough consideration of the candidate's policies. She also encouraged first-time voters to register and vote early, offering resources in her Instagram stories. Brittany, however, found herself on the opposite side, as her support for Trump led to a personal acknowledgement from the former president. Despite these differing political views, the Mahomes family remains close to Swift. Patrick Mahomes revealed in a recent interview on The Drive that Swift has been spending time with their children, signaling that their political beliefs haven't impacted their personal relationships. The situation highlights how the Mahomes family is navigating these differences with grace, prioritizing friendships over political views. Swift and Brittany's contrasting public support for opposing candidates hasn't caused a rift, showing that mutual respect and family bonds can transcend political divides. Could this mean that the Mahomes-Swift connection is stronger than ever, despite external pressures? Travis Kelce confirms loyalties. Travis recently reaffirmed his allegiance to his hometown Cleveland Guardians after sparking confusion at a Yankees game alongside Taylor. Kelce and Swift attended Game 1 of the ALCS between the Yankees and Guardians, where Swift enthusiastically cheered for a Yankees home run, leaving fans puzzled about where Kelce's baseball loyalty stood. Following the Guardians' dramatic extra-inning win, Kelce took to X to praise his team. This post came as a surprise to fans who had witnessed Kelce and Swift seemingly favoring the Yankees during their NYC appearance, where they were spotted casually socializing in a VIP box. Kelce's neutral appearance at the Yankees game, where both he and Swift were dressed in colors resembling Yankees gear, fueled speculation about his commitment to his hometown team. Some fans took to social media, questioning whether he had become a bandwagon fan, citing Swift's enthusiastic reaction to a Yankees home run by Juan Soto. However, Kelce firmly dispelled these doubts with a follow-up post, clarifying that his loyalty to Cleveland had never wavered. He pointed out that despite not donning Guardians gear during Game 1, he had been a lifelong Cleveland sports fan and regularly attended games. Win or lose, he declared, insisting that anyone in the suite during the game would attest to his true allegiance. Kelce's love for Cleveland sports has been evident throughout his career, notably when he threw the first pitch at a Guardians game in 2023 while proudly wearing a Guardians jersey. Despite the online chatter, it's clear that Kelce's roots remain in Ohio, no matter how many games he attends with Swift.
Hi, Taylor. How are you?
Hi.
Go Yankees.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Travis Kelce hoping for a Cleveland comeback. Travis Kelce hoping for a Cleveland comeback. Travis Kelce, wrong team, Taylor.
It was just, hey, listen, they haven't gotten to the World Series since 2009.
Championship Series. It is presented by Loan Depot.
Travis Kelce's insane life with Swift. Even before dating Taylor, Travis was a huge NFL star, widely regarded as one of the best tight ends in the league. However, his fame skyrocketed after he began dating Swift, one of the biggest global celebrities. Their relationship has not only made headlines, but also brought Kelce into the orbit of some of the world's most famous individuals. In a recent episode of his New Heights podcast with his brother Jason, Travis opened up about how surreal his life has become since dating Swift. He admitted to sometimes feeling like he's living in a dream, particularly when he's introduced to high-profile figures like Paul McCartney, Mick Jagger, and Bruce Springsteen. These meetings, made possible by his connection to Swift, have left him in disbelief. Kelce described his current lifestyle as crazy and insane, acknowledging that he's incredibly fortunate. He jokingly commented on the seemingly never-ending surprises that come his way, emphasizing how surreal it feels to be part of such a high-profile world. Additionally, Kelce revealed that attending Swift's Eras Tour concerts during the NFL offseason allowed him to meet other major celebrities, including Tom Cruise, Julia Roberts, and even Prince William. Despite being a superstar in his own right, Kelce admitted that these interactions still leave him in awe. Kelce's life has undeniably shifted into a new gear since his relationship with Swift. And while he seems grateful for the experiences, it's clear he's still adjusting to the silly yet thrilling reality of being in the limelight along such an iconic figure. McAfee praises Swift romance. Pat McAfee, never shy with his opinions, shared his enthusiastic support for Travis and Taylor's relationship during a recent episode of the New Heights podcast. McAfee, a former NFL punter and current media personality, expressed how much Kelce and Swift's high-profile romance is benefiting both the NFL and pop culture. He commended Kelce for being the perfect representative for football, particularly as the relationship introduces the sport to Swift's massive fan base. McAfee, clearly a Swiftie, showered praise, saying, "No other human could do what you're doing, and we're all proud of how you're representing us." His admiration for Kelce's handling of the spotlight was evident, reinforcing that the tight end's fame has skyrocketed thanks to his connection with Swift. Kelce, however, humbly downplayed McAfee's remarks, attributing some of the attention to the Chiefs' winning streak. He humorously noted that everything could change if they start losing, acknowledging the pressure that comes with the spotlight. The couple's relationship has been a hot topic, especially after they were spotted attending Game 1 of the Yankees vs. Guardians. Kelce enjoyed the experience, but as a Cleveland native, he had mixed feelings about cheering for his hometown Guardians in Yankees territory. He described the atmosphere at Yankee Stadium as hostile, but still cherished the moment spent with Swift and their friends. Despite the Guardians' loss, Kelce highlighted how thrilling it was to finally see Yankee Stadium in person during a playoff game. His joy had more to do with the experience and less with the game's outcome. As McAfee continues to root for the couple, one can only wonder how much more influence this relationship will have on both the NFL and Swift's ever-expanding universe. Will their love story continue to boost both their careers?
Just having dinner with Wolverine and Deadpool, and then you're out. Like the pictures, my wife, massive fan of your lady, so I get updates.
Can't fathom what's going on, so it's just like a dream. You're just like, oh yeah, no, you're not surprised by like the next thing that comes in. Definitely fortunate for it, for sure.
You've earned it. You've earned it. Never forget it. That's awesome.
That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.